Hello everyone, my name is Mayur Suthar and welcome to my YouTube channel Anybody Can Code. Let's continue with the series of Power BI. Today in this tutorial, we will learn the most used chart and it is a line chart. So let's go to the screen. Once we move to the screen, click the Windows button and find the Power BI desktop application and just click on the Power BI desktop application and open it. It will load for a moment and there would be a pop-up window. Here it is pop-up window and I will click my recent used Power BI file by clicking it here instead of creating the new one. And I will move to the Power BI canvas screen. It is here. But the basic thing is that first we needed to load the data just to show you how to load the data. So go to the get data, load the data from text and CSV, and here is my data which is already Microsoft Excel separated file that I'm going to open. You are able to open the CSV file here as well, and the data will be available into the table format with all the available columns. This data once you're gonna transform and once you're gonna transform, it will go to the Power Query screen. So this is the Power Query editor. In the Power Query editor, you are able to see the available data that you load from the CSV file. Here are the three steps Power BI has performed already. First is load the data from the CSV file, separate by delimiter. There are 17 columns, encoding parameter. Power BI has promoted the first row as a header as well, and change the data types. Change the data type, it is the auto step performed by the Power Query editor. If you don't want to perform, you can just remove it, or if you want to change the data type any of the column, you are able to perform it by here by replacing from text to number, number to text, or date, whatever format you feel is proper for your database. So before here I have added one more page, that is the line chart. So today we will learn the line chart. So first I will click anywhere in the blank area of the canvas and go to the visualization. Once I go to the visualization, here are all the available chart that we can create. So first we have seen the bar chart and column chart that we have learned already. Today we will learn the line chart. So I will just click on the line chart. When I click on the line chart, the line chart area will pop up in the blank area where I have clicked. I have loaded my data already, and I hope you have loaded your data as well. So here are once I click on the line chart and build visuals, I can see the configuration, what data I needed to fill. So I needed to fill the data into x-axis, y-axis, secondary y-axis, legend. In the previous bar and column chart, we have seen the x-axis, y-axis and legends only, but here we can see the secondary y-axis as well, that we will see in a moment. So first we will bring on the x-axis date, that is our time series data, date format. On the y-axis I will bring the gross income, that is my sum of the gross income. Now while doing in this way, there is some error Power BI is giving me. So I will just remove the date and bring it back again, and here I can see my line chart has been ready. So on the x-axis we have included the date, time series. That means it's not only date, it's a complete hierarchy of the year, quarter, month and days. On the y-axis I have included gross income. In the previous tutorial I have missed that, I needed to explain this part. On the y-axis I have included the gross income, but this gross income is the aggregated value, that is, it is the sum of the gross income. Because in the January, on the particular day, for example, I'm clicking on somewhere on the chart, and here I can, when I hover the icon, hover the cursor, and I can see that this is the date January 1st. This is the date January 4, where the total revenue is 77, but this gross income 77 isn't mean that this come from the one transaction. there would be the multiple transaction. So here this chart has aggregated value into sum. You can perform the another thing available as well by clicking in this downward arrow, and here we can see there is average, minimum, maximum, count, standard variation, standard deviation, variation, and median. For the time being, I will let it the sum. That's good. So here we have added the data. Just first see the simple line chart. So we can see our data has spread over the time series, and all the days we can see the sum of the gross sale of the particular day in a line. So it is jump from day 1 to day 2, day 2 to day 3. So we can see the trend whether the gross sale of particular day is decrease or increase in comparison to the previous days. So this is the beauty of the line chart. Always when we are working with the trend and time series, the line chart is always useful. Okay, so here I have included the data already on the x-axis and y-axis. Now I will not include legend at this moment. I will do it later. First, let's understand the simple thing. So now we are going to configure something for the data level. What data we have given, how we can configure, whether perform the text configuration, whether we can change the text format or include the data label as earlier we have seen. So I will click on the chart and go to the format of your visual, and here we can see the same thing: x-axis, y-axis, secondary x-axis that we haven't included yet. Grid lines, zoom insider. So I will just include the zoom insider, which is off. I will just turn it on. When I turn it on, we can see the zoom insider. Now we can see on the both axes. The reason is that on the y-axis, I have given the number value. That's why the zoom insider can help me to drag, reduce the number gap, reduce the gap between the numbers. And in the date, it is the continuous. That's why we can see the zoom insider. So we can drag and reduce the duration that we wanted to see, that the user wanted to see. I will include the marker as well. We will perform the little bit configuration in a moment. I will include the data labels as well and series label. So this is all I have active. I have active the maximum option that's available. Now go to the x-axis. So x-axis, what we have given is a date. So date is a continuous format. That's why we are able to see the zoom insider is available on the x-axis. If you change to the category, the zoom insider will not pop up here. I will keep it continuous. So in the continuous, we are able to provide a minimum and a maximum date. If you don't want to use the zoom insider, you want to show the particular range of data, that you are able to provide the date range here by just clicking on the this icon, and the calendar will pop up. You are able to click the particular date, start date, minimum date, and end date. Invert range. So once we click on the invert range, the chart will be reversed from instead of the left to right, it will turn to the right to left. So I will just revert it. Values. So here we can perform the UI part for the text values that's available on the x-axis. On the x-axis, we have configured the type series. That means it is the complete hierarchy: year, quarter, month, and days. But we can see only the months here. What we can do, display unit we can change. Display unit we cannot change display unit because those are not possible here. Might be error. So we can perform if we want to bold the labels available on the x-axis, or what we can perform that UI part for the text values available on the x-axis. Title. Currently my title is a year, so I want to change it to the year, month, year and month. That's fine with me at this moment. Year and months. So here the show titles only. There are no another options available, so we will see the titles only. Now we will just jump to the y-axis. So on the y-axis, we have configured a number, numerical value, that's a gross revenue. So here is the same. We can provide, it is the Numerical value, those are continuous value, not a categorized value. So we are able to provide a minimum and maximum range. If we want to see the instead of zoom inside, we want to see the numbers between the 200 and 300, then we are able to provide a range it here. So for the time being, I will just remove the range from here, and it will be auto. That we can see the everything. If you want to do the invert, then currently the 0 on the bottom and 400 on the top. If you do the invert, the 0 will move to the top and 400 will move to the bottom. Here it is. So I will just revert it. On the values, we can perform the UI part for the values that are available on the axis. Those are numbers. We can make it bold. Or display unit. So here are the numbers. Here are the numbers are in 100. So we don't need to change it to 1000 or million. But when you have the amounts in very big, like million and billions, then you are able to shorten it by just clicking it here. So I will just keep it auto and move to the next. Here the switch axis position. So our current axis labels are available on the left side. If you want to switch to the right side, you are able to switch by just click on the switch axis. So it will be moved to the right side. I will just revert it. Title, do you want to here our current title of axis is sum of gross income. I will just change to the gross income instead of the sum. So I will just change to the gross income. Now, do you want to see the title only? Yes, we can, and here no more options available. So we will see the title only. That's fine. Second fix is we haven't worked on that. So I will just keep for the moment. Grid line, it is working the same as the previous chart. There is a grid line in the chart. You are able to change the grid line from dot to dash, dash to line, and change the width of the grid line as well. Zoom insider, we have included the zoom insider already. So we will just we are fine with that at this moment. Lines, so lines here, our current line is like we can see the one line. We haven't included the more series, so we will work with the one line. On the one line, we can change the line format as well. So our current line is solid line. We can change the line style by change dashed or dotted. There are three options available. You can change the width of the line by stroke width by change to 3 to 5, 5 to 4, whatever your requirement. The line type is a linear. If you want to change the line type, here two more options available. One is a smooth and one is a step. So I will just keep it linear. For the color, we have current one line, so we can change the color of the line as well. Let's do it darkly violet. Okay, fine. So this is the line configuration. On the marker, we have included the marker. So it is a default marker, popper is dot. If you want to change the marker, then here are the more markers available, square, rectangle, and the signs as well, that you can change it. For the marker size, that's also we can change, reduce, increase according to the requirement. And marker color, that also we can change by clicking it here. Okay, so our marker color has changed. So this is the configuration for the marker. Data labels, so we have included the data labels, but we cannot see the data label for all the available data points due to the limitation of the preview. But we can increase the data label density to see it all. Now we can see the 100% data label. If you want to reduce, like if you want to see the 20% data label, then top 20% data label will be available on the screen, and another are hide. So let's include all. Values, I will not go with the later line, minimum label offset and maximum label offset. That's a little bit advanced. We will do it later. On the values, our current values are available in the 100, so we are not required to change it. But when the values are very big, like million and billions, you are able to change the display unit from here. That's a part of the value. Include the background of the data label. That's always good thing to highlight it. So I have included the data label. Included the data label, you can increase, decrease the transparency of the background and change the color of the background. That we can see current is a light gray. If you want to make it dark, just reduce the transparency. So I will just keep it 80%. That's good for a reader. We have included a series label, so that's why we can see that this our current line is the series is a gross income. So if I hide it, I will not see the title of the series that we have included. So I will include the series label and we will see the sum of gross income. If you want to perform some action on the series level, currently our series available on the right side, you can bring it to the left side as well. Series values, you can perform the whatever the value we can see on the chart, that you can perform the text level UI part here. You can include the background here as well to the series, and increase, decrease transparency of the background as well. So this is all about the simple line chart. Now let's move to the build visual area and work with the secondary axis and the legend. So currently we have included this, we haven't included any legend, so let's include legend is a gender. So I will include the gender to the legend, and now my line has splitted for the each gender. So now I can see the revenue gross income generated by the male and female gender buyer, and on each data point there are two data available, one for the male gender, one for the female gender. Now this way we can see the two line here. This is the very simple. We can include, instead of the gender, we can include the branch, we can include the city, product line as well. So just keep it the gender and go to the format visual, and now our legend is active. We can perform the legend label configuration as well. What we will do, our legend available on the top left, and the style, whatever the style available, you can try to change it. Okay, so legend style is here. It is changing when I change it to marker to line, and line, that I can perform, but I cannot see any effect coming on the chart, so just let it be. For a text value, so in the legend of we can see the text value male and female. For the text level UI part, you can perform it here by change the format, bold, italic, change the color. If you want to change the title of the legend, current is a gender. If you want to change, then you are able to change it from here. Now let's go to the series label. Is there anything change? Yes. So now before the series label is the sum of gross income, because there was only one line of the gross income, but now we have two lines. One is a gross income by male and gross income by female. So we can perform the particular action for the particular series. For the female series, if we want to hide it, we don't want to keep the title here, we can remove the title, or we can perform the series level setting, series level configuration for the particular item that we have included in the legend. Okay, fine. So this is the series. We have included the legend into the line chart. Now come back to the build visual. Still stay on the chart. Now remove the legend. What we can do, we can try to use a secondary y-axis. So in many cases we want to use on the x-axis is a gross income, but on the y-axis we want to bring something else value, like let's say gross profit or something. So here I have created one more additional column of gross cost of goods sold, that I will bring it to the secondary axis. And now I can see the it is very messy, so I will just remove it. Let's bring to the quantity. Okay, fine. So we can currently now I have put the numerical value on the 2 axis, on the x axis, on the left side, on the right side as well. But on the left side, the line is showing the gross income. On the left side, the line is showing the sum of the quantity. On the x-axis, we haven't changed anything. There are the year and month are as it is. On the y-axis, we have included a secondary y-axis, that's the sum of the quantity. So in this way, we are able to see the comparison of the data, multiple data into one into line chart. So by seeing is separate, by giving the separate value. So it is not. So now the two lines are denoting the separate value. On the one line is presenting the gross sale, which is like 100, 200, 300, 400. But on the secondary axis, it is presenting the sum of the quantity, like 20 to 140. So both are having the different range. So when we are working on the thing where the two values are having the different range, it is the ideal to use the two axis to keep it separate. Otherwise, if I will bring the sum of axis into the y-axis, and the chart will be look like this. So so I will just keep it in the secondary y-axis to keep it separate. And now we will go to the settings, and we will see what we can perform the action on the secondary y-axis. So on the secondary y-axis, it is also the numerical and continuous value. We are able to provide the minimum and maximum range. Logarithm scale, that is some like the value is converted according to the log value. I will just bring it to the back normal value. For the values part, it is a numerical value, so we are able to configure the display unit from 1000, million, billion according to the requirement. We are able to change the text, perform the text configuration by clicking it here, make it bold, change the color of the text, that we can do it here. For the title, current title is sum of quantity. I will just change the quantity. Okay, that's correct. Change to the quantity, that's fine. So in this way, we have seen all the possible configuration for the data that we have configured into the chart. Now we cannot do more thing here at this moment. Now we will go to the general and configure our chart area. So what we can do, if you want to increase the height width of the chart, we can increase or decrease by here in the go to the general property, height and width. Position also we can change, padding we can change, and advanced option that you can try it out at your end. Now go to the title area. I wanted to change my title. Current title is very messy, like sum of gross income and sum of quantity, because gross income on the y-axis, secondary y-axis is the quantity. So sum of gross income and sum of quantity by year, quarter, month and day. So instead of what I will do, I will just change to title that I wanted to keep gross income and quantity by month and year and month. Whatever I can see in the on the y-axis, I will keep it same, month and year. I will bring it to the center. Subtitle, I don't want to add any subtitle, but I will include a divider to keep the separate my title area and the chart area. In the effect, I will my background is already white. Let's change the background this time here, because in the previous tutorial we haven't changed it. So I will just make it gray. Include the visual border, include the shadow, and visual border I will keep it a rounded corner. And here it is. So here our complete chart is ready with the configured value on the y-axis and secondary y-axis on the x-axis. We have configured the title of the chart as well, and we have included the maximum possible labels, 100% label density. If you want to reduce the label density, we can reduce that, we have seen. So this is all about the line chart. And this is the most interesting thing, is that the line chart is the mostly used chart in the industry, and I'm sure during the learning the learners are also when we are working with a time series and number, the line chart is the most useful chart that we can easily see the trend. whether it's moving to the upward or downward, or comparison with the historical data. Today we have seen the everything about a line chart. I hope you like the tutorial. Please like the video, subscribe the channel. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one. Bye bye.